Okay, so I've been really busy with life and I need to make an intro now. Like, what am I gonna do with like intros? I don't know. But this is what I've been busy with. Yeah, all those. But do you guys think I should do a Star Fox 64 play through? I mean, it wouldn't be that long because, you know, it's kind of a short game, but tell me what you guys think if you want me to do that or not. And yeah. Yay! Okay, so here's a battle with CongressionalWombat, I guess. And yeah, so she leads with the Scarf Moltres, and I lead with the Gengar because yeah, I want her to think that I'm like stashed, but I'm not. So yeah. This is a test team. Like, there's a Pokemon on here that's going to be featured, and I really want to use this Pokemon, so I'm like, let's make a team of Pokemon like I never use. And even though there's like 4 that I never use, as you'll see, Gengar is one of them. Anyway, so this Polytoad Toxic's my Suicune, I kind of figured, but I thought she would try to put me to sleep, but whatever. So I go to Hitmonlee, and she goes into Polytoad thinking I was going to go for a Surf, and now she goes into her Immense, and Close Combat's going to do diddly-do. Actually, Hitmonlee does diddly-do in this entire match because of this Immense, pretty much. So I go back in a Suicune, to take whatever, or maybe he's gonna Dragon Claw and then, or Dragon Dance, and then she'd have to switch. Sorry I keep calling you a he. Anyway, so she goes back into Polytoad, and that Polytoad's like, I'm gonna rape your face, and, Suicune's like, no. And I go to Ludicolo, and Ludico's, you can rape my face, and it's like, no, so her Polytoad gives me AIDS, and yeah, no. So she goes into Miss Magius, and I set up the Leech Seed, and then like Poison's like killing me. She goes for a Shadow Ball, and I don't want her to set up with this, so I'm like, Surf! And yeah, this was a really long battle, so I had to like speed it up. Anyway, so we'll get Leech Seed, recovery, and all that good stuff, and but Poison's gonna start wearing me down. She goes for another Shadow Ball, and I'm like gonna go for another Search just in case. And I want this Miss Magius down because I want it down. So anyways, now I'm thinking that she's going to switch, and so she goes into Polytoad, and I go for the Toxic, which is good. I figured she was going to go into Polytoad with for Water Absorb. And anyway, so now she goes back into Magius, and now I'm going to go into Gengar. So I'm thinking, okay, I really hope that this thing isn't plus speed nature, and it wasn't, or maybe it was a speed tie, but I won. Actually, yeah, I won. That's all that matters. So she has this thing, and this thing has really pitiful special defense, and she goes for Gyre Ball. It does like half, and 2 Thunderbolts will KO from a Specs modest Gengar. Cool. She goes back into Moltres, and I'm like, oh crap, I really hope she thinks I'm Scarfed, but there's no way. Yeah, so I go into Ludicolo, see what she's going to lock herself into. Now I go into Pickles, because this is the best Pokemon in the world. Yeah, I love this Pokemon. So I go for the Acupressure, and she's going to Dragon Dance. I go for another Acupressure, get Special Defense. Woo! Stuff I don't need. Now, she's like, oh my god, this is so silly. I go for Acupressure, get Accuracy. Okay, at least my Rock Slide won't miss if I try to attack. Go for Acupressure, and then I get some more Special Defense. She goes for Dragon Dance. I go for an Acupressure, and I get Accuracy. I'm like, no, I want attack. It's like the only thing I'm not getting, you know? And I get more defense. Okay, sure, that actually helped me. Go for another Acupressure, get more Accuracy. What the heck? Why can't I get any attack, which is what I want? Oh, I get Evasiveness, and I'm like sitting here, did I break Evasion Clause? No, because it's Acupressure. So now I finally get attack. And, oh, random lag, sorry about that. She goes for an Earthquake, go for an Acupressure, get Special Attack, which is dumb. Goes for an Earthquake. Now I'm going to go for a Rest. And she goes for a Dragon Dance, and, I'm sleeping. Miss with Earthquake, I'm sleeping. Miss with Dragon Claw, I wake up, Acupressure, and get more Evasiveness. She's, like, really bad. And, anyways, I get Special Attack, doesn't care, it doesn't matter. And she's just like, I shouldn't switch, but I have to. I get more Evasiveness, woo! But, I know why she went to Polytoad was so that she can Parasong, and I'm like, no, Pickles. So I go for an Earthquake, don't know why, and that does nothing. And then she goes for a Refresh to heal her Poison, and I'm like, Rock Slide! And it does that much, and, yeah. So, she misses with Toxic, I go for Rock Slide, and, now we're both forced to switch, and she goes into her Porygon 2, And I went to Suicune because I thought she was going to go back into Dancing Fu, but she didn't. And now she's going to switch thinking I'm going to go for Surf, and I'm like, no, I'm not that dumb, but I get a gay freeze on my part. I'm sorry about that. But I guess she was like, it's okay, because I was being, because she was being a jerk with the Dragon Dances, whatever, and she could have swept my team if she got a crit. Anyway, so I go into Gengar, go for a Thunderbolt, and that's going to do more than half. Yeah, and, but the lefties, I'm like, oh my gosh, will it be a 2 KO? Not quite. I get a Parahacks, and then she goes for a Thunder Wave, which I was really hoping for that kill. And, so now she's not worried about my Gengar at all. She knows that Moltres can take it out, and that's what she's going to do. I just leave Gengar to die, pretty much. Sorry, Gengar. So I go into Dodrio, and this is kind of stally, too. I go for a return, and I just want to see how much it... Well, obviously with the Intimidate that does that much. And this is a banded Dodrio. And she goes for a Dragoness, and now I'm thinking I'm just gonna keep returning because I can't let this thing, you know, I can't let it set up, or else, you know, stuff's gonna happen. Stuff's gonna go down. Yeah. Anyways, so I go for another return, and she keeps roosting, and I'm just going to keep returning, and this battle was so stally. Oh my god. I was like, I should switch and go to Suicune when I think she's going to roost. And that's what I should have done, and I was really surprised Dodrio lived, and I'm like, alright, she's either going to go for a roost, but she didn't. She was just like, whatever. She was like so done. I'm like, so I go back into Suicune, and she goes into Politoed, and I go for an Ice Beam, and I'm like, whatever. And here's where... I was like, should I stay in and keep Ice Beaming, thinking that I'm going to switch? And maybe she was hoping to thaw out, but I think she was just staying in, and I was like, I know at one point, I think it's the next, I know one turn, yeah, one turn I was like, alright, I get a crit, woo, I was like, let me check the speed of my Hitmonlee, because I wanted to check the speed of my Hitmonlee, and, I accidentally switched into Hitmonlee, and I was like, really? That's so dumb. But whatever. So, Air Slash is going to kill Hitmonlee, because Hitmonlee has 0 special defense. And I go back into Pickles. She goes into Dancing Fu, and I just go for Rock Slide. This is nothing. She goes for a Roost, and I was thinking that, so I went for Acupressure. And I get Attack, which is awesome. So she goes for a Dragon Dance, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this again. Actually, yes, I am. I got 2 attacks, and I was like, alright, great. So this thing's almost at full health, and I'm like, Rock Slide! And that does, like, a hell of crap of damage. And I was like, yay, I might have a chance to win! So I just need to make sure that, you know, yeah, but I missed with Rock Slide. I was like, seriously? She goes for the Dragon Claw, and that's going to be a 2-hit KO, almost. So I go for another Rock Slide. And I'm like, yeah, I can not win. That one Rock Slide. But I missed with Rock Slide again. I'm like, man, you would have killed that Solomon, and then you would have been so great, Pickles, even though you already are. So this is just like a test team, and yay for test teams and working on them and whatnot. But it was fun, stally, and extremely long. Sorry. So you guys should go check her out, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.